Are you ready for some dreams? Huh? You ready for some dreams? Are you ready for some dreams? I had a dream that was pretty crazy. I was on some sort of like boat, like a ship, and it was trying to get through, maybe it was trying to get through the Strait of Hormuz. I don't fucking know. But it was trying to get somewhere. And on this ship, there was this lady, and she was on like a she was like on a dentist chair, and they like turned her wrist, and her fangs came out, like fang fangs came out. They came out fast. It was freaky. Then they had her hand, and it's like if you put her hand up and you push the hand back in, some sort of transformation started. I don't know what type of monster this bitch was, but this bitch was a monster. As soon as you did that, this lady changed, and the lady that was doing it was like a mix, because it was like the scientist, like doctor lady that was torturing this person or transforming them or whatever was going on. They were both no good. And it didn't happen until she pushed her arm in like that. She was already like a vampire. So it freaked me out. Oops. But I went somewhere, and it was like someplace in it, my ex's parents were there. So like my in-laws. And I went to this place that I've been to before in my dreams. It was like their house, but somewhere else. I'd never seen. And I don't know what to make of it. It was fucking weird. I saw a two-headed lizard. Wonder what that means in the dreams. I saw like a younger version of my ex, and she was talking about how many guys that she's had that have stayed over at that place. It was like seeing her just go through guys, and it just made me sad. It just made me sad. I'm trying to communicate with this person and have them be helpful to me, because it was helpful just to have the closeness of somebody that I cared about. You know, just to hug and embrace that person was very healing for me. And to try to get them to communicate and not fall back into that not communicating shit when you still have a kid. While making the point that I figured me out. I figured me out. I don't need nothing. But, the care and concern from somebody that I know loves me is helpful to me, and it helps me be the me I need to be. I don't need nothing for that. I don't. I've tied my I've tied myself to it because the way that I've gone and the behavior that I've seen out of women that keeps me from liking other women. I mean, I'm sure I could. Not like an incel. Not like that. But just saying, I know that the effect that it had on me being married, and I want to optimize it. I'm not really that concerned with what the other person does, other than if they do the right thing for themselves. Which I'm sure they can. They can do it without fucking themselves up. Because that's all I want for me. Is to be able to do it without fucking myself up any further. You know? To be forgiving is one thing. It's hard to do. You have to process a lot of shit to actually do it. And I did it. I really relived a bunch of stuff after the fact. But in the context of, okay, I know. And I want to forgive and move on. Forgive, move on. It's in the past. The person seemed a lot more mature than the person that I had to deal with when I was younger. But so am I. I am too. I wouldn't be able to shake off the shit that got drug up from my memories if it were not the case. But it still drug it up. Drug it up so I could shake it off and get it the fuck off. Out and off. Now I feel good. It feels like an accomplishment that has no... There's nothing to show for it. Other than the next steps you make. And I'm starting this new thing that I think is going to be where my success lies. I gotta finish listening to a book that the founder guy had wrote, and he's gonna maybe they want to make a documentary about him because, you know, he nearly cut his head off with a chainsaw, which is pretty amazing that he even survived that, but he did die. And then he had like his own experience after that. It doesn't sound like he was a believer of any type before that. Talking about a finance person who then suddenly discovered God because they died. He'd already made his money and was retiring, trying to build a log cabin, and just an old chainsaw just took his ass out. Luckily, he wasn't alone. In a situation like that, if you're alone, you're dead. You know? And that's the situation that I don't want to be in. It's like the situation where emotionally I don't want to be alone and then dead because something happens. And I've told the other one how I feel about a lot of different things, but I just don't know if they really care. I don't I know that they're concerned about their own material shit, and I'm trying to get to where I can help them and myself in the best way that I can. But it does feel like it's dependent a little bit on if they care or not. Because if they care, can make it happen. But if they don't and they're bullshitting me about even caring, then it seems like a block and an opportunity for the ultimate failure to enter in, and I don't want to entertain that. Have a nice day.